It's going to you first, G. It's just maybe, maybe it won't. Oh, God.
Go ahead, do me.
No, I'm not turning your camera on.
Why?
That's
How about this?
That's not appropriate.
How about this?
That's much better. Yeah. Did you like my intro music this morning?
Yeah, that was what the heck was that?
Sorry,
Oh my gosh, we got stuck in the 70s go-go Brady Bunch kind of thing happening. Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
I want to say I'm sorry we're so late. I was stuck in the paving traffic on 302.
Yep.
Just between Eastbury Tire and Longinus.
Yeah, and I was stuck in my car waiting in the parking lot here for 20 minutes. Yep.
There's crap everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's important to wait till the fall, just before the snow, to fix the roads. We know that.
Yeah.
All summer we got to hit the holes and all that stuff, and then in the fall, before we start sliding, we get the roads fixed
so that we can destroy them with the plows.
Yes, yes. So it's a good
man,
good deal, dude.
Stop complaining.
It's a good deal.
Because there's people that are like, well, when is the right time? I mean, it's
in the spring after the plows have ruined it, so that the rest of the spring and summer and fall we can drive without breaking the axles on our cars. Just saying. Let's move on.
Listen. I got a lot of text messages yesterday.
Well, we got some serious stuff we got to talk about, I think.
And I got messages last night. I got more messages this morning asking everything from what are you going to talk about to are you even going to be on the air this morning?
Right.
So let's just say I could turn these mics on and sit and talk with you about so much. I could literally go for 3 hours.
Oh yeah, we could do 3 hours just to cover yesterday. You know what I mean? There's so much happening, there's so much going on that we could talk for a long time. However, that's not what we're about, and we're not about prolonging things, but we do have a few things we should say first before we have fun.
Yeah, I want to lead off with, first and foremost, this morning. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us this morning, no matter who you are, where you are. We've got friends listening in North Carolina. We've got a friend out in Los Angeles that's tuned in this morning. And
I got a couple of friends in Tennessee that listen every day.
So 24 years ago today, 2001, it was a morning that was almost identical to this morning.
Yes.
Weather-wise. I mean,
I was living in Walden, and I was sitting out on my porch. We had a closed-in porch with a TV, and we were sitting out there having coffee in the morning watching TV.
Yeah. And I was doing a remote broadcast at Dunkin' Donuts, which is no longer there, right down the road here.
Right down, yeah.
Now it's a parking lot.
Right.
And was broadcasting live from Dunkin' Donuts for Froggy 100.9 in the morning. And they had, if anyone remembers that Dunkin' Donuts, they had a TV that was mounted up on the high part of the wall of the ceiling.
Yeah.
And there I am talking about the various Dunkin' Donuts promotions and what was going on and so on and so forth live on the air with the TV in the background and seeing what I was seeing. And everyone that was in Dunkin' Donuts was just staring at the TV. and was watching
Well, our nation stopped.
live coverage.
Everybody just stopped and just watched the TV
Yeah.
and was something we didn't want to watch, but we were watching it,
Yeah.
and it was beyond comprehension.
I'll never forget. The first plane in the first tower, and then the second one. Seeing that,
And you saw it coming.
you saw it coming live on TV.
Yeah.
And then when it hit, here I am live on the air trying to talk about
Donuts.
donuts, and my connection back to Froggy was terminated, and my program director, Jim Severance, who was running the controls, basically hung up on me,
Yeah.
disconnected, and called my cell phone and said, "You need to come back to the studio right away." And I was, wow.
Yeah.
I'll just,
And it's a day we should never forget.
nope.
Never.
And we shouldn't just think about the World Trade Center. We should think about the other two flights that crashed into the Pentagon and in the woods there in Pennsylvania, and the
Yeah.
heroes that were on board those jets.
Right. And that's the thing is people say, "Oh my God, I can't believe." We have to remember that it's not just the people that were hit and their families that were affected, but first responders who did what they had to do, and now years later are suffering from illnesses and things because of the things they breathed in.
Yeah.
So it affected our nation in more than just, the towers went down, or people died, or people's families are sad, but
Right.
first responders and people that were just in the area that weren't responders that got affected. So it was just a very, very dark day in our nation.
Everyone was rattled. Do you remember when the FAA made the announcement, all planes are grounded?
Yes.
The whole country.
Yep.
No one's going up, no one's going down.
No. Well, our nation stopped.
Everything. Yeah.
I mean, even people that were working in little hillbilly towns and stuff, everybody was fixed to the TV and could not
Sure.
move forward
Yeah.
because it wasn't only that moment that we saw, but it
Sure.
was everything that transpired for days afterwards.
2,792 people died in the World Trade Center attacks. 184 innocent people died in the Pentagon attack, including those on the plane, and 40 died in the plane that crashed in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
There are memorials and tributes and events happening, wreath laying events and live coverage everywhere on
And what's
the
unfortunate
TV.
is there are some people in power that are using that for photo ops.
Yeah.
Instead of
Yeah.
using it for the genuine purpose of what it should be used for. We don't want to lay wreaths and do all this stuff and dwell on it all day, because our day moves on now, and we look forward, not backwards. We learn from behind and use that to move forward positively. But, and I don't like that word, but unfortunately, some people are using it for photo ops.
Yep.
Which is very disappointing. And yet there's more. There's more things that we have to cover before we have fun.
This is for me. This is I'm feeling just like so many others, quite heavy this morning.
Yeah, we spoke last night on the phone, and you weren't sure how you were feeling or how you were going to transport that into today's show, because there's some heavy things that have happened in the last few days that are, it's hard to move forward.
Yeah, just and listen, anyone who knows me, my friends, especially you, I see that Paul is watching, listening this morning. Crystal, anyone who really knows me very personally knows that I mean, Sherilyn will tell you beyond anyone that I process stuff just like at a snail's pace.
Right.
I absorb stuff and think and often overthink, but I let things get into my soul, and
Right.
and many say that there's not really anything that's necessarily wrong with that. It's good to let. It's good to be human. It's good to be
Right.
alive. But
And it's good to process and understand what's happening
yeah,
and have an opinion about it, but it's not good to give it a lot of real estate in your brain
right.
for long periods of time.
I think one of the best, and you say this to me all the time, what you just said,
Right.
but I think the best example of that is honestly is having a little girl who is so happy and so alive and so just
Curious.
and happy and
Yeah.
just wanting to do things, and I'm so blessed to have her as a positive distraction in my life. She is so happy about
Yeah.
her new bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to be reminded that for me, that's the most important thing right now.
Right.
She
Right.
is off to the Tunbridge World's Fair today with her mom, and Sherilyn and Lily are just going to have the greatest time at the fair today.
Right.
And
And the thing is, what we do is we look at, like I was talking to my brother this morning, and he was looking at the events that have been happening, and we were talking about it, and I could see that it could have been a conversation that could have gone on for hours. And instead, I was like, okay, we talked about it. We said our feelings about it. Now let's put it in its place and let's move forward and not fear our life because of those things,
I think it's important to
but embrace
yeah,
what's ahead of us.
right. It's important for us to learn to compartmentalize
Yes.
and continue to live life
Right.
and do something that makes us happy
Yes.
and have perspective on the gifts that we have right in front of us.
I agree.
How blessed we are, how lucky we are to be able to have those in our lives that we have, and to feel gratitude.
Right. And we can choose how we want to deal and process with positive and negative things.
Yes.
We choose that. Those positive and negative things don't define us. If we choose to let that define us, if we choose to see something that happened and therefore we hate people that do that, and so we fight with them and argue and then they fight back and this and that, we're choosing to engage in a negative situation instead of saying, this happened, I'm disgusted, I want to feel it, I want to own it, and then I need to move forward. That's the way it should be. For example, the two other things that we need to quickly address.
Yes. I love I love shirts. I have a collection of shirts. I have I'm like the Elton John of shirts.
I know you have bins and
bins.
yeah, and
Not
Sherilyn told me some of those bins are just taking up so much space.
Not okay. Don't get me going with. Is that what she said? You spent some time with her yesterday.
No, we didn't talk about your bins yesterday. Far be it from me to tell you otherwise, but you were not a topic yesterday while we were out all day, Sherilyn and I.
What? I was not?
We didn't, the only thing we said about you is that you're a jackass.
All right.
Okay. Other than that, I mean, we talked about our spouses, but it was nothing positive that I care to repeat.
All right.
But as far as your T-shirts and stuff, we talked about that when we came for dinner.
All right. of all the shirts that I have in my closet, and I opened up my closet this morning. I'm like, what shirt do I wear? It's just like it's 9/11. I don't. And this was the one,
Yeah.
that I kept coming back to. Not just because it's a reminder that we need to be colorful and alive and vibrant and push on with life. And I mean, of course, I could have worn something grim and dark or whatever. But I'm
like me?
You are a little boring today, bud.
But
I'm
this
just going to be honest.
I didn't dress for a day, for a specific day.
Yeah.
Okay, 9/11, like I said, a very dark day in our history,
Sure.
but it's behind.
Sure.
And hopefully our nation and our leaders have learned, and I say hopefully because we got the wrong leaders who don't know how to learn, but hopefully there's learning to protect our nation going forward. But I can't dwell in the darkness of it when there's so much light ahead.
Sure.
I just can't.
I gotcha. And then I was just thinking about yesterday and being Wellness Wednesday over on Summer Street and all the good things they're doing for people over there to get over there and relax and invest time and honestly self-love to yourself.
Yeah.
And I was like, Washington County Mental Health, frankly, whether they're a sponsor of the Air It Out podcast or not, what they do for thousands of Vermonters every day who, for whatever reason, all walks of life, are feeling stress, anxiety, whatever it may be, and what they do. And I'm like, that's my shirt today.
Right.
Because is mental health not the biggest umbrella of everything? Just above 9/11,
Absolutely.
above Charlie, above everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Mental health is important. But I'm going to take the flip side to that because Washington County, don't get me wrong, Jed and I worked with Washington County for many years, and I have a lot of respect for the work that they do. But there are other occupations out there that do the same thing
Damn straight.
as Washington County that people don't even pay attention to. And I'll give you an example, and I'm not going to pick any specific one because I don't want to be on soapbox all day. But beauty salons, that when somebody goes in, they're feeling, oh, my hair looks like crap, or I look like this, or whatever, and they go in there, the stylists listen to them, they let them vent. The people leave feeling good about themselves because they did something for themselves. Even bartenders, that when they're serving drinks, they listen to people's stories.
Yep.
And they don't give advice. They just listen and they let people vent.
You're right.
Clothing places where people go in and they want to try on something new and it makes them feel good.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different places that you can go, even a flea market that you can go into and buy something that you never in a million years needed.
Yeah.
But you're like, that's super cool. And you bring it home and you're like, where the hell am I going to put it? Because you don't even have a spot for it. Right. But then you put it someplace and you look at it and you say, guess what? I got that, and that made me feel happy. So on top of places like Washington County Mental Health that work very specifically with people who have very specific needs, we also have a lot of people out there that are doing their jobs of passion to help other people. Is it to make money too? Of course. But it's to help other people feel good too. Mm-hmm. So you don't need to be involved with one organization. Go get your hair cut. Get a massage. Go buy a new outfit. Do some window shopping with a friend you haven't seen in a while. There's a lot of ways to release stress. Sherilyn and I yesterday, we went out. We went to Costco. We spent the day walking around in Costco and picking things out, and we had a blast. And we were able to reconnect after not seeing each other for a few weeks, and it was just a nice quality time. So sometimes it's just little things like that that you can do to make yourself feel better while knowing that all this crap is happening right behind you, and you acknowledge that crap and you feel that crap, but then you got to find ways to reinvent yourself, not only through Washington County, but through beauty salons and stopping at a bar for a beer and talking to somebody, or buying some clothes, or going for a walk. You know, Tracy told me about this park up in Barrytown that has trails and stuff. I knew nothing about it, and I've been here 25 years.
Millstone.
Okay, so now I want to take my dog there and just do the trails and stuff,
Sure.
so that I have time to process in my head shit and put it in its proper places before I go home.
Mm-hmm.
And my dog gets exercise in the process. So there's a lot of things that we can do for ourselves for self-love that people are not taking advantage of. That's my soapbox. And how we feel is how we choose to feel, not how somebody made us feel.
Yeah.
We choose it. Like Charlie. What happened to Charlie? You know, it's distressing.
Last night I was yesterday afternoon, I was in the car at 2:30 and heard the breaking news and followed the story very carefully as it unfolded over the course of the rest of the afternoon and into the evening and even into the late evening last night. And my phone was on fire. What I was seeing, what I was hearing, I mean, every single podcast in the world is talking about this morning.
It was all over the news.
Every news agency,
Yeah.
every radio station, every talk show, everywhere around the world is talking about this. And there's a lot of stuff to be said.
Right.
You and I kind of agreed last night that we would address this, that we would talk about it a little bit, but also move on and be G-esque and
G-spotted.
yeah, just, you know,
The only thing I have to say about Charlie is I don't agree with what his opinions were, but the man always engaged in, you have an opposite opinion, let's talk about it. He wasn't a soapbox preacher all the time. He invited other opinions and other ideas to debate and discuss,
Yeah.
which is healthy.
dialogue.
And whether you're extreme left, you're middle, or extreme right, okay, your choice to be or think the way you choose to be or the way you think, the way you choose should not be taken away from you and shorten your life. And although I don't agree with some of the things that he said and thought of, that didn't justify or warrant his life being taken.
And Charlie wouldn't want you to
Well, no.
agree with
Right.
everything.
He wanted the healthy debates. But the bottom line is, shame on anyone who thinks that their opinion is so much stronger than someone else's that they can take you out. Okay? You don't have that right. We were talking about this early this morning. People are getting numb to what's happening in this world. It's becoming just every day, and we're getting numb to it and just accepting it. And that's what happens with dictatorship, is after a while you say to somebody in a country that's got a dictatorship, how do you feel about, it's the way it is. I live here, I love my country, and it just happens to be under dictatorship and certain rules, and we just deal with it. Our country is becoming numb and desensitized to the things that are happening around us. And instead of stepping up, we're just saying, well, that's the way it is now. Okay? Charlie was killed for his opinions and for who he was, and somebody didn't agree. That's not how it is. That's not how it should be. How it should be is, I don't like that person because of their opinions. Great. You're entitled to that. Stop there.
Yeah.
You don't get to go further.
And if it's the old thing is, and my dad used to tell me this all the time. If you don't like something, or someone or something that you're hearing, walk away, change the channel.
Yeah.
Go.
Don't engage.
Don't engage.
And you and I have said that on the show, where we've said I've looked at the camera and I've said, if you're not enjoying what we're saying, shut it off.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, that you have the power to stop it.
Isn't that amazing?
In your own world.
Sure.
You don't have the power to take someone's life to stop it.
Right.
Because what did you do? They shot this man to shut him up, and now look at the nation. Now we're talking about him even more.
Yeah, I know.
So you didn't shut anything up. You've just opened up another can of worms.
I know. This faceless coward, by the way, is still at large. You
could see him at the top of the building during the event.
I know.
And shame on the media. Shame on the media. And I am a huge, huge believer in free press. Huge. Nobody should shut the media down, but shame on them for showing such a close-up graphic thing to the public of what actually happened, because that close-up on YouTube and everywhere else, you see it once, you can't unsee it.
Yeah, I know. Believe me.
And hearing that this happened to him is one thing, but when I saw it, it hardened me. Okay? It made me cold.
You and I are totally aligned.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard about it. And then a couple hours later,
you saw
the video. The second I saw it, I was like, there's no way he's going to survive that.
No. And the only thing I said was, I can't believe I watched that.
Same here.
You know, with everything that I could watch that's good in my life, I can't believe I had to actually watch that.
But it hardened me too.
Yeah. And people are saying, well, that's what we're in now. No, that's not what we should be saying. What we should be saying is stop. Okay? Stop. And how amazing that our president made such a big announcement about that, because it's one of his kind of guys. But other people that have been shut up for being on the opposite side is not an issue or not a topic. And that's the problem, is people are taking what works and what doesn't. None of it works.
Stacy just wrote, I don't always agree with you guys, but I still watch and listen and wouldn't miss an episode. It's all about respecting the opinions of others. That is what we have lost in this country, and we better damn well find it, and find it fast.
Find it fast.
Stephen Donahue, Thunder Road, one of the best, if not the best, drivers up at Thunder Road.
In your opinion.
In my opinion.
Right. It's always important to say that, because people will be like, wow, now you just made a blanket statement.
I know. He let me shut my phone off here. It's making noise. He wrote something last night on his Facebook page that was so short and brief. 3 sentences.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's it right there.
Mm-hmm.
3 sentences. And he nailed it. And I'm going to read it this morning. It says, again, this is from Stephen Donahue, who I haven't spoken with this morning. I didn't tell him I was going to read this on the air. I don't think he'd have a problem with it. But he said, I do not like to talk politics with people, but this is so unbelievably sad. He sparked discussion between people, which can help our country. That's the second sentence.
Mm-hmm.
And the final sentence is, disagreements should never result in tragedy like this.
Sums it up.
And I'm like, that sums it up, man. It's like I read last night paragraphs and paragraphs of stuff and stuff from friends. And I'm like, that's it right there.
Yeah. Well, that and how many
he
times?
nailed it.
How many times have we talked about, you have the right to your opinion, but you do not have the right to tell me how to think?
Yeah.
Okay? You can't tell me I can't love who I love.
Yep.
You can't tell me I can't dislike my president. You can't tell me how I feel. You can tell me how you feel, and I love debating and getting into discussions about that stuff with people. And I hear them when they say things I don't agree with, and sometimes I'm like, you know what? Thank you for saying that because I didn't think of it that way. But you do not have the right to incite violence
Yeah, right.
on me
Sure.
or anyone else,
Yeah.
and you definitely don't have the right to take somebody's life over an opinion.
Right.
You know, somebody kills my husband or somebody kills one of my kids, I'm going to have a different discussion about how I want to handle that. But somebody tells me I hate you or I love this person, I'm not going to say, yep, well, boom, done. I'm going to say, you're entitled to that
Yep.
opinion.
I had a friend say to me one time, a long time ago, something I'll never forget. It was something to the effect of, if that person were run over by a bus,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't shed a tear.
Right.
And then they continued and said, but I wouldn't want to be the bus driver.
Right. See, I don't take that view. I don't take the view of if somebody were to be hurt or whatever, I wouldn't shed a tear because to me,
Yeah.
if somebody's hurt, somebody's hurt.
Yeah, right. I know.
You know, if somebody gets killed or run over by a bus, you know, people say, "Oh, I hope Trump meets his demise." I don't.
Yeah.
I don't hope the man suffers any physical ill being.
Right.
Okay, I just don't like the man because of what he's made seem normal in our country that isn't normal.
What did you think of the comments that came in from the left media last night saying that maybe we shouldn't talk about this?
No.
I don't know, man.
No, I think addressing the fact that we know these things happen
Yeah.
and saying that it's sad
Yeah.
should be enough without politicizing
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
because we
yeah,
could
yeah,
get into a 2-hour show just on that.
I agree.
So I'm going to redirect that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I just want to read very quickly here what Governor Scott posted last night on social media because I think it's pertinent and I think it sums up everything and
Okay.
I think we could probably move on after this. But
Okay.
he wrote, the heartbreaking assassination of Charlie Kirk is a painful reminder to all of us why increasing polarization is so dangerous and can lead to political violence. My thoughts are with Charlie's wife, Erica, children, family, colleagues, and friends during this difficult time. Our country continues to become more fractured, more violent, and more partisan. We should all feel a sense of responsibility to change that. There is no doubt our nation is broken, but we've experienced difficult situations before and have shown just how powerful our country is when we are united, when we listen to the perspectives of others, treat each other with respect, and rise above the dangerous rhetoric that we're seeing more often. We must strive to find common ground at the most basic human level so that we can engage in the free exchange of conflicting ideas and the open debate that we desperately need to solve problems and help people. In my opinion, that's some forward thinking right there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep. No, I agree. And when somebody comes to this country to seek asylum and a better life, and they go to work and on their way home they take public transportation and get killed, okay, things like that need to stop because we're looking at that and we're saying, oh, that's sad, and we're normalizing it and moving on, and that's not normal because that could be your child coming from work, living on their own, and then coming from another country for a better life and ending up dead. So those things we need to address, we need to fight against, we need to understand, but we don't need to give it a lot of room in our head that we stop living.
Yep.
So
Boy.
with that, I'm just kind of curious, is there any stupid criminal things?
Yes, there
or
is.
anything that we need to
I'm
do
just,
to get
I'm just glancing here at
to
the
get
birth.
back on the G spot? Oh, do we have birthdays?
We have a couple of. Well, yeah, we do. We have a couple of birthdays. I'm just seeing here, and God, this makes me just like, whew, feel so old. You remember the band Styx?
Yeah, of
Of
course.
course, you love Styx. Tommy Shaw, the guitarist of Styx, is 72 years old today.
Which makes us even older.
Oh,
It makes
God.
us feel old.
that's just.
We say sticks to the kids, and they're like,
Jesus.
"What? Things you pick up in the woods?"
Oh my God, I know.
There was a band of sticks.
Grateful Dead drummer Mickey Hart is 82 years old today.
Wow.
Wow. Let's see. Birthdays right here on my list, which I've got right here in my hot little hand. Let's see. Chris Wright. Wow. I know there's a couple of Chris Wrights out there, but I think it is the Chris Wright.
Not
Happy
the
birthday.
Chris.
The
The
Chris.
Chris. All right.
Annette Deschamps, we have Gary Lotspeech, Morgan Fleury, Scott Litchfield, Kyle Chapin, Jillian Lozon. Let's see, Kim Welch is on the birthday list today. Becca Lynn, happy birthday. Marie Bear and Tyler Placey, all celebrating birthdays.
And don't
today.
forget on Monday. Oh, you
God.
must announce that my husband's birthday
Okay.
is on Monday the 15th.
You make me nervous that I'm going to forget this.
I'll text you Monday morning
All right.
so that you can give a big shout out to Jed Forbes, who's going to be a whopping years old.
I just want to go back to Rodney. Believe me, I have already gone down that road and have been. Yeah, that's
What's happening?
He'll be on tomorrow.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. He'll
Okay.
be on tomorrow.
Okay.
I want to mention if you're going to the Tunbridge Fair here over the next couple of days,
Which I'm not.
I know you're not, but the North Tunbridge store, there's a guy who's an electrical engineer. I can't remember his name, Pat something. Damn it. But he is going around the state of Vermont and taking old payphones and turning them into digital phones that where you can make a free call. And you know that whole area, Tunbridge. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a dead spot, man.
Yeah.
It's like if you try to get cell service in there, good friggin' luck.
Yeah, no.
But there's this payphone at the North Tunbridge store. And Mike, the owner over there, super guy. If you pull in, you
Stupid
can,
guy? What?
No, I said super guy.
Oh, okay.
If you pull in, you can pick up this payphone right there
Uh-huh.
and make a phone call.
Huh.
And it's I don't know what Pat's done, but he's converted this old phone into a digital phone that's connecting in with wireless stuff somewhere. And yeah, so if you're having a frustrating time finding a G, let alone 5.
Right. Yeah. You don't even get one.
No.
Forget 5G.
Pull into the North Tunbridge store and use that payphone. It's free. Amazing. I just wanted to tell you, man. It's like I'm struggling with the fact that I had a great time at the Green Mountain Reggae Festival, by the way. But you know me. You know I love all kinds of music.
Yeah.
I'm having such a hard time digesting the fact that I missed the opportunity to get tickets for the Doobie Brothers. I'm like really having
Doobie Brothers.
Yeah.
Wow, that's taking us back to
God, man.
1901.
I've seen him once in concert, and I swore I would never miss another opportunity, and I did.
And
I
yet you
missed it.
did.
I'm just so busy, caught up. I looked at their website last night for their tour and learned that they're they're way out of the Northeast now. They're like California.
Well,
or
but
some
you're going to
shit.
make up for that, though.
Oh, you're going to go down this road.
You're going to make up for that, though, because now it's official.
You just jerked the wheel right out of my hand.
Yep. Because now it's official. It's no longer a,
Shit.
hey, will it ever happen? Or a never in my lifetime will I. We now officially own and have in our possession the tickets for Trans-Siberian Orchestra for Jed and myself and you and Lily and Sherilyn. We are all going, and Sherilyn just booked the hotel room for you guys. So it's happening. And you will come back at the end of it, and the next day on the air, you will be wearing a Trans-Siberian shirt.
What?
And you will
I'm
be
not buying it.
Oh, you're getting one.
All right.
And you're going to wear it proudly, because by the end of the concert, I guarantee you, you're going to look at me and go, wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. There's fire. There's light shows. There's music. They come down into the audience. They fly over our heads. I mean, it's an amazing show. And you are going to be in the 12th row from the front stage watching the whole thing.
With Lily and Sherilyn.
And Jed and I. So screw the Doobie Brothers. You're doing
Oh, no,
it.
don't
You're
say
doing
that.
it live,
No, don't-
baby.
Yeah, don't say that.
I'm even going to videotape you, because I know there's going to be spots where you're going to be dancing and stuff, and I'm going to be like, look, everyone.
Is this not the example of the message that I think you and I push pretty consistently every Thursday? That there's two people here, myself and you.
Right,
We're friends.
right.
We don't agree on so many things.
But you're
And
going to agree on
and yet-
this when it's over with.
Possibly. But we still love each other.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't listen to...
I always love those below me. Just saying.
I don't listen to Barbara Streisand. I don't listen to Cher.
Wow.
I don't listen to the
I might have to
Trans-Siberian
really
Orchestra.
rethink the friendship, actually.
I don't shop at Temu. But we still love each other.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because it's not about your opinion or my opinion that defines us.
Yeah.
It's about what's in the heart and what we believe in on a core value.
Yes.
You know, that's the thing, is the core. I think that's the most important thing is if you look into somebody's core and you don't like their core, then you can't be their friend.
Right.
Okay? If they have a million opinions that contrast with yours, that's fine. But if their core is evil, or if you're an evil person and their core is amazingly beautiful, you can't be friends with that. The
Yes.
cores have to align to some degree.
That's right. That's right.
And our cores align because neither one of us want to see somebody get hurt.
Yeah.
Neither one of us want to cause pain or hurt to anybody.
Yeah.
Okay? Both of us can walk down the street and see one little flower growing in a cement crack and take a picture of it because we appreciate that. Okay? But at the same time, we can also understand that I'm right about Trans-Siberian and you're wrong, but you will come to the dark side by the end of the show.
Yeah.
And that's what's important, is that my opinion overfloods yours to the point that you give up.
Right. and, and let me say this. If I was to get a dog, listen, I hope that Figgy's not listening this morning. But I mean, if I was to get a dog, it wouldn't be a little Chihuahua.
I understand.
It would be a big dog.
I had the perfect dog for you guys, but Sherilyn wasn't ready yet. Yeah.
Stupid criminal file. You want it?
You bring it on.
All right. This
Couldn't be any more stupider than what we were talking about.
This is probably going to be something that you're not going to believe.
I don't believe half the shit these criminals do these days.
I'll say this. If you are a 6-year-old aspiring criminal, please don't think that your Barbie Jeep is going to slip through the cracks unnoticed. Okay? I just want to lead off by saying that.
Okay.
A man in Canada was just arrested after he was caught driving through town in a child-sized pink plastic Barbie Jeep. Not only was he arrested for driving this thing on a city street,
Please don't tell me what I think you're going to say.
but he also did not have a license.
I
He had-
knew you were going to say that.
he had a suspended license. He was on a city street, and let me get my bell ready.
Uh-oh.
He was hammered.
Oh, God, you can't make this stuff up.
You don't want me to tell you his real name, do you?
Please do.
Casper Lincoln.
Oh, my God.
This all happened last weekend. He was. Can we make it worse?
Yeah.
He was wearing aviator glasses,
Wow.
possibly for safety reasons.
Why not?
When you're going that fast, you need to protect your eyes.
Oh, God, yes.
He says that he was just being lazy and decided to take the Jeep out for a, quoting here, Slurpee run.
I thought you were going to say for a spin. For a Slurpee run. Excellent.
He is frustrated because he drove on the sidewalk mostly, but did also drive on the road.
That becomes a vehicle.
And that's the part that that's got him.
Yep.
That's the part that the police were pissed off about.
Yep.
You can't. Do you want to see a picture of him?
Sure.
Because I know you're having a hard time
I am.
believing me.
But like Bill Burr always says, the comedian,
Yeah.
can't make this shit up.
No, there he is. If you look at your monitor,
Oh, my goodness. That's priceless. That is funny
if
shit.
you're going to do it, that's one thing.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it with a suspended license, that's another thing.
Right.
If you're going to wear aviator glasses, that's another thing.
Right.
If you're going to take it off the sidewalk and get onto the main road, that's another thing. But if you're going to do all of this hammered,
Yeah. Well, the hammered part's the funniest.
that's next level.
that's just
Could you possibly do this sober? No.
no. Why would you?
Why would you?
I'd rather get on a kid's bicycle than to look that foolish.
Oh my God.
But there you have it, people. This is a God bless America, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I'm just looking here. Blood alcohol level. Let's just see. If I'm trying to find the blood alcohol level because I know it's there
That's
somewhere.
priceless.
I'll find it. I'll find it. Apparently, this Barbie Jeep tops out at 5 miles per hour.
Oh.
I think the average walking speed is 6.
Yeah. Wouldn't it have been easy? Well, he was hammered, so walking was difficult.
Yeah. Police did not think it was a laughing matter, even though there was a crowd of people that were gathered around laughing.
You think? Well, the police have no sense of humor. I get that their job is difficult, and I commend them for everything they do. They get spit on, they get hit, they get cursed at, they get told the law. I love when people say, "Oh, you can't do that. That's not legal." It's like, ma'am, It is. No, it's not. I know my rights.
Sure.
Okay, great. But come on. You see somebody driving in a car that's tiny, that goes 5 miles an hour, and he's drunk.
Sure.
Let's smile a little bit.
All right.
I'm sure they laughed when they got back to the station.
I'm sure they did. Of course they did. This is a career highlight.
I wonder if when cops pull people over and they have to be really serious because the people are being idiots or telling them their job is. I wonder if when they get back in the car when it's over, if they look at their partner and they both just start laughing, saying,
I know.
"What the hell was that?"
I know, man. I know.
Because they got good sense of humor. They
Yes.
really do. They're great people. It's just they deal with so much shit that they don't know how to smile to people because they don't know. They don't want to come across weak.
Here it is. Here's some video footage here.
You're really arresting him for driving a kid's Jeep?
That's right. On Friday, a Prince George man was pulled over and arrested right here after he was seen driving a child-sized pink Barbie Jeep down this busy road.
And I just wanted to get a Slurpee. I got lazy. I didn't want to walk.
Now, Casper Lincoln says he was using the sidewalk until he came to a closed lane, and after that, he turned right. And that's when he was pulled over, prompting disbelief and a few memes. But Laura Kyla Lee says driving any car without a license and insurance, even a toy one, is against the law.
The law is very clear. Toy cars constitute motor vehicles if they are powered by some sort of an engine. Nobody wants to hit somebody in a Barbie car, and drivers aren't looking for Barbie cars in the roadway. So it is a serious safety issue.
Police say they also found the driver had a suspended license and later blew over the legal blood alcohol limit, which is why he was taken in. Lincoln doesn't deny these charges, but says he had no idea he was breaking the law.
I only going like 3 clicks. Because I did my hand signals and everything.
But he's taking it all in stride.
Model number, Barbie Jeep. Color pink.
Andrew Criata, CBC News, Prince George.
Can't make that stuff up.
No.
That's just amazing. So now people, you've learned something. Any motorized vehicle of any kind
Even a
cannot be on the
Right.
street, even if it's going only 1 mile an hour.
Even a lawnmower.
Even a lawn. Yeah. People have ridden their lawnmowers in the street. They do it on my street. The lawn services, they'll park all the way down, and if they have like 3 or 4 houses on that street, they will drive right past my house on it like it's nothing.
Yeah.
On the street. So
Yeah.
that's considered a vehicle. You know, these things are dangerous. And even at 5 miles an hour, you got a little kid walking and you hit the kid, or it could hurt. I mean, so I could see that. But it is still funny. There are some things that people do that are stupid, but hindsight later, you kind of laugh at it.
Yeah. Stacy just wrote no rubber duckies for that Jeep. Boy, that would have been the cherry on top, though.
Whose Jeep was it, though? Was it his kids, or did he take it from somebody's yard, or
That would have been so much better if it was stolen.
a stolen Jeep on top?
And he was
Yes.
hammered
And he was hammered without a license, driving on a main road
to make a Slurpee run
to make a Slurpee run
with aviator glasses on.
with and then he, I know, dude.
What a jeez.
You can see the mentality,
Oh God.
you know, and that's. I don't even want to get into that
No.
because
No.
you and I have had that conversation off the air, and let's keep it there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sherilyn and I have had that. Tracy and I have had that conversation, and none of those conversations will I ever air publicly.
No.
You know, I sent Tracy a meme the other day that said, "You're my best friend because we can pick on people and nobody knows what we're saying."
Yes.
You know, and that's certain things when you do it in the privacy of your friendship,
Yes.
don't spread it out.
Yes.
Keep it there because then if you trust that person, then you can say more things.
Yeah.
And you know that it's just between us.
Lily and I do that in the parking lot every now and then. We'll go somewhere and, whatever, Hannaford's, whatever, Walmart, we'll pull in and Sherilyn will be like, I'm not bringing you two with me. I got to get it done. I want to get it done quickly and I want to get out of here and I'll be right back. She doesn't actually talk like that.
No.
That's how I hear it.
No, I hear it as you two take too fucking long, so I'm gonna go myself, and you just sit here and fuck off.
That's very similar.
That's
actually.
pretty much how
So
she
she'll
would
go
say it.
inside,
Yep.
and Lily and I will sit in the car and do the voices
Of other people.
of the other people that we see, putting groceries in their car, taking groceries out.
I do that at restaurants.
Well, we do it in the privacy. We have glass surrounding us.
Yeah, but in a restaurant, when you're sitting in a booth and you see somebody across the way, and you're like, "What do you think they're talking about?"
And then you do the voices?
And then the guy will talk, "Well, honey, I really do love you." And then the woman says, "No, you don't. I saw you with that girl the other
Yeah.
day."
Oh, I
And
love
we
doing
just
that.
joke around.
I
It's-
love doing it.
It's funny.
Yeah. Anything that burns your ass this morning, G?
JD, there's so many things in life that burn my ass. You know, somebody just recently told me that they've noticed over the last few months or whatever that I've gotten more maybe cynical or angry. And I didn't see it coming. But one of the things I can, and it doesn't burn my ass, but one of the things I can say is, you know, when you have a really good friend, when they can literally tell you something about something that you're doing that's not positive, and they say it with love, and you hear it.
Interesting.
You know, they criticize something that's genuinely an issue. And this person told me just a couple of days ago, "You've gotten very angry." And I don't mean to, you know, demean or anything, but you're not as happy as you used to be. And I was like, wow, I didn't realize that. And I think it's everything that's going on in our nation right now, and the way people are acting on the streets right now, and how defensive we have to be that should I carry a gun just in case, or should I leave it home? And what's going to happen if I go to a fair? Is there, when I go to a concert, is there going to be a shooting? Or what? There's so many bad things going on that it's weighing down my head to the point that sometimes it's hard to be cheerful.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what burns my ass, is that there's so much shit out there that I'm choosing to allow it to affect me instead of choosing to be more the positive look, you know? So, which is frustrating.
Yeah.
But the fact that they brought it up to me that a lot of people wouldn't do because they don't want to piss me off or whatever,
Sure.
now I'm mindful of that. And when I'm angry or grumpy, I choose to be angry or grumpy now. I'm not allowing it to define me anymore.
Sure.
It's because I want to be angry, not because I'm being defined by everything around me.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting.
yeah, so,
Well, that's heavy, man.
yeah, it was pretty heavy. What was that all about? Where'd that come from?
I don't know. But at least
You know what
you're
it
being-
is? I don't have drops today in my drink.
Oh.
So
I get it.
So there's nothing stopping me from being heavy.
I don't know if there's really anything that's burning my ass this morning, other than the lower right hip that has been thrown out of joint here, completely threw my back out. Guess what I did to throw my back out?
Probably the same thing I do.
Which is
Nothing.
no. You have to put the word absolutely.
Absolutely nothing. Stupid me laid on the floor to lay with my dog. My dog was on the carpet. He has a little mat on the carpet that he chews his bones and stuff on. And
Sure.
so I was laying there with him,
Yeah.
and he cuddled up to me, and then he saw the cat, so he got up and ran. So I, of course, had to get up.
Yeah.
Yeah, from down there to the chair, did nothing but get up.
Yeah.
And boom, I was screwed.
You know, at our age, you can throw your back out, sneezing,
Yep.
coughing,
Yep,
pooping.
yep.
Um,
Or when you sneeze, you poop and pee
At
and throw your back out all at the same time.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Have you done that?
No, not
All
no,
of those
I'm not there yet.
You haven't soiled yourself as you're sneezing?
Not yet, but I've had to hold my private sometimes when I'm sneezing because I also have to go pee. And another question I have is, did you ever notice if you're out driving and you're heading home and you have to pee, you really gotta go? Why is it that
Because you have an enlarged prostate,
right?
like I do.
Right. Why is it that when you get to the door and you're unlocking the door, all of a sudden you have to pee 10 times harder? And by the time you get to the bathroom, it's trickling out. But if you were still in the car driving home, you just feel the sensation of having to pee. But when you get up and you get to the door and you're fumbling your keys, you're like, God damn it, now I really got to pee. Why is it you have to pee that much more at the front door than in your car?
I completely understand this.
How frustrating is that?
How frustrating is it when you're having this kind of emergency because your prostate is the size of a football?
Yeah.
That you pull up somewhere. I'm sorry, sir. No public restrooms.
Yeah. Fine, I'll buy a piece of candy. Whew. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I know.
Yeah.
There are certain places between here and Burlington that I know are public restrooms.
Yeah.
Certain stores, certain
I have
whatever.
I have my favorite pull-off spots.
Yeah, I have mapped areas
Yeah.
of, okay, there's the rest stop as you get into Williston. But
Yeah.
before that, there's the gas station at the Park and Ride.
Yeah.
That's a public. There's one over in Waterbury that I know. So there are certain spots that
Yeah.
if I know, well, I don't have to pee, so I'm going to head to Burlington. But
Yeah.
I drank this coffee, so I do my route knowing that by the time I get to Waterbury, I'm probably going to, so I'm going to take Route 2. But by the time I get to such and such,
Yeah.
I lay it out.
There's pull-off spots where you know that you don't have to open any doors on the side of your car.
Right.
Where you only have to open the front door.
Right.
And there's pull-offs where you know that's a double door pull-off right
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
there. Wow. Can't believe
You know
we're
what's
talking
funny?
about this.
You know what's funny is my son, we were going to Burlington or something, my youngest at the time, and his friends was with us. And his friend was like, gee, because I was driving, he said, gee, I need to go to the bathroom. I was like, all right, well, we're going to be there soon. And we got to a certain point where he's like, I got to go. And he had a frickin' water thing
Yeah.
that he had finished up, and he's in the back seat going in this thing. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? There's a rest stop
your
right there.
car?
Yeah, in the back of my truck.
Oh, that's
But he did it
Anyone
in this
else's-
container.
anyone else's truck in the world. I can understand,
Yeah.
but not your truck.
But he did it in this container, and I was just
Oh,
like, I
my
cannot believe
God.
you're peeing in the back of my truck. And that's a young person, but that's how
Wow.
they do it. Us, we hold it as long as humanly possible.
Yeah.
And if we got to pull over to the side of the road, we may open up 2 doors.
Yeah.
I saw a guy as we were going down the highway. He was peeing in the back behind his car. We're driving,
Yeah.
and behind his car, dude,
Well,
stand behind a door.
yeah.
My God, do
Agreed.
we have to see it happening? Yeah.
And then there's when you have to pee so badly that you can't pee.
Yeah. Oh my God. And with the first one that comes out, it's like somebody just exploded a bomb. Yeah. And there you have it. The things we talk about on air that we're
I know.
airing it out, people.
Yeah. Well, you know what? There's a lot of people that can relate to this.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There's a lot of middle-aged men
Yeah.
who they know what we're talking
and
about.
women.
This is true.
Listen, we always have to include both sexes because, in my
Thank you.
opinion, a person is a person.
Yeah.
They're not a woman. They're not a man. They're a person.
You ever seen the bathrooms at the Tunbridge World's Fair?
Oh my God. Yeah, those make you throw up while you're peeing.
Yeah.
Just the smell getting near it. You know, it's like Jed would say to me, wonder where the bathroom is here.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm following my nose, Jed.
Yeah, right.
And you can follow it. When we went to see Fluffy, the bathrooms are all outside.
Yeah.
And you knew where we were sitting, the bathrooms were down there.
Yeah.
They were far away, but
Yeah.
it was raining and it was windy.
Best place to go to the bathroom? Backyard under the stars.
Oh, gosh, yes. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Anyway, I'm sitting on the couch. This is people are watching me walk around. I'm walking around like I'm crippled right now.
Yeah.
Because I threw my back out.
Right.
My lower right. What did Kurt Healy say? Lower right sacroiliac
Okay.
nerve.
Yep.
You've
yep.
heard of this.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, wow, ooh." He's in there. He's feeling it. He's like, "Oh, you got a lot of inflammation in here. What did you do? Did you lift something the wrong way?" Sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
This is how I threw my back out. Ready? Watch. I'll demonstrate it for you right now. This is how I threw my back out. I'm sitting on the couch. Ah! That's it.
That's it. That's all it takes.
He's like, what did you do? And I was like, I was breathing
Yeah. You know, it's funny, but not funny, but
lightly.
But Jed would be down in his shop, and he's working on something, and he's bending over, and all of a sudden he's like, nope, nope, whoa, 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 whoa.
There it goes.
And I said, what? He goes, I can't move because if I move, it's going to go out.
No.
And I look at him and I said, because Jed's a lot younger than me, and I look at him and I says, welcome to old age.
This is the beginning of
He's
it.
finally catching up.
Yeah.
Finally catching up. And then Sherilyn told you last night that you were
Oh, no.
only 7 years younger than me.
Yeah.
And my answer was, you're catching up to me like I don't have any more birthdays. You're catching up to me. Soon you'll be at my age with me. It's like,
Oh, God.
gee, if he's 7 years younger, when he gets to my age, you're going to be even older. But yeah, Jed will be doing, even if he's just sitting on the couch and he's doing, because Jed has 3D printers, so he makes a lot of stuff. Right now he's making a whole bunch of 3D D&D dice.
Yeah.
And he's doing it with speckles in it, and he
Yes.
puts it in this pressure cooker, the whole thing.
Yes.
And he's sitting there and he's sanding the dice because it came out of the pressure cooker, and now he's sanding it smooth and getting ready to paint the numbers. And he's like, wait. I said, what? He goes, I can't move. I got to wait a minute. And then like 30 seconds will go by. He's like, all right, it passed. I said, what happened? He goes, my back almost went out. I said, you weren't doing anything. He says, I know.
No. You know, it's like
It's amazing.
here I am last night.
I mean, when we were kids, we'd jump off the roof into leaf piles, and
All
we
the
didn't
time.
do anything.
All the time. I jumped a parked car on my bicycle
Yeah.
with a 4x8 sheet of plywood as my ramp
Uh-huh.
on a trash can
Yeah.
over a parked car on my street with a leaf pile as the landing pad
Right.
on the other side of the car.
Right.
Broke my leg.
Were you fat then?
No, I was actually, it was really thin.
Okay.
What do you mean then? So you're implying that I am now?
No,
Okay.
you are
All right.
big boned. I never body shame.
Yep, thank
because
you.
body shaming is not it's not PC.
So here I am last night. I'm sitting at the kitchen table. I'm walking around like I'm 90 and limping around. I mean,
Well, you tend to be over dramatic anyway, but go on.
Kurt Healy's working on me right now, and we have another appointment this afternoon. But here I am. I'm sitting at the kitchen table last night. I want to show you what I look like. Okay? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you sitting down?
I'm sitting.
This is the truth. This is the real me last night at the kitchen table.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh.
Oh, really?
It's like a Mr. Bean thing. Oh. Bean.
Lily, knock it off! An exclusive announcing Dr. Sanjay Gupta. Oh. It's sad.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Let's close out this morning before.
How do we close out after that performance? Oh, good
anything
Lord.
you want to close out with this morning? I want to make you go first.
Me go first.
Anything. You can say anything you want.
Oh no, you don't want me to do that. I have so many million things that I want to say that just is so not PC. So I'm gonna defer to the gentleman in the corner over there.
Okay. I want to close out this morning, and I know you and I usually close out with stuff that's on Thursdays, especially that's very goofy and very inappropriate.
There's a good chance that I'll probably turn it goofy and inappropriate. But go ahead.
Now, this is a do the goof first so that I can close with the serious.
No.
Okay. I'm going to close.
Dear God.
No. No, I know sometimes I trick you. I know sometimes I trick you. I say that it's going to be serious and it's really goofy. I'm actually going to be really serious.
Okay.
No, I'm serious. I'm going to be serious.
Okay. And I'll turn it into a goof.
Yesterday was
Wednesday.
it was Wednesday, and it was a heavy day for many of us. And here's me thinking, oh my God, tomorrow's September 11th, and now we got this on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
How are G and I going to pull off a Thursday morning show?
Right.
And I'm walking around, I'm carrying this, man. And there's part of me that's I'm still carrying.
Right.
This is a heavy day. This is a heavy week.
Yeah.
You know, we got North Carolina, which really bugged me, and is still renting space.
Mm-hmm.
We got yesterday with Charlie Kirk.
Yep.
We got 9/11.
Yep.
And all of this. Yesterday was something. I had an experience yesterday that I wasn't expecting, and this is what is so magnificent about life. Sometimes the most obvious things that are so beautiful are right in front of us, but we're so caught up with what's renting space in our minds that we're forgetting. And we don't see the beautiful things that are right in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone and their brother knows Maisie Lajeunesse. Very special young lady who everyone knows, and she works at TJ Maxx.
Right.
I went into TJ Maxx yesterday because I was having a little bit of a panic episode, needing to use the men's room.
Right.
Forgetting, because I was so preoccupied with needing to pee, forgetting that Maisie Lajeunesse works there and has for like 12 years, 13 years, something like that. I come out of the bathroom, and there she is. I love Maisie. Maisie loves me. And she gave me this massive bear hug and had her arms wrapped around my neck so hard I thought my head was going to pop off. And held me and squeezed me for the longest time. And I'm wearing a shirt from Sweethearts and Heroes that says
"Hug me."
Free hugs.
Free hugs, right. I remember that.
I had another shirt on underneath that. So I took off my hugs shirt and gave it to her because everyone knows that Maisie is the greatest hugger
right.
in the world.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, I'm like, when you wear this shirt that says free hugs, does it mean that you want to give free hugs or that you would like to receive
Either or.
free hugs?
Either or.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I took this shirt off and I gave it to her because there's no one on the planet that needs that shirt more than Maisie.
Right.
And she was so happy, and I was so happy. And we just had a nice little talk, and it was great. And man, that was like the biggest smack across my head.
Mm-hmm.
Here is someone who doesn't know and doesn't care
Right.
about all of the bad shit
Mm-hmm.
that is stacked up in this world.
Yep.
And in our nation.
Right.
All of the bad news. But has a heart that is so filled with love. It is beyond infectious.
Right.
It made all of the difference. in my day.
Mm-hmm.
And last night, one thing after another, bad news coming down the pipe, man. Coming up, showing up on the phone, text messages, the whole 9 yards. And I'm like, I'm at soccer practice with Lily on a beautiful sunny afternoon. My little girl is running around the field having fun.
Yep.
And Maisie LaJeunesse gave me the hug of my life today. Those things, those two things,
Yep.
win. They
Yeah.
win.
Yeah. So what you're saying is you need me to give you a hug and run around a field in the sunlight kicking a ball.
I don't want you to hug me because if you do, I'll probably fart and throw my back out. The left side. And I don't want that.
But you want to see me run around a field kicking a ball.
That I definitely don't want to see
And yet,
because you would soil
and
yourself.
yet I've taken that beautiful story and turned it
Yes.
into a goof.
Maisie,
Ta-da!
Maisie made me something years ago and put it here on my desk, here in the studio. And it's still here. It's here every day. And
Yep.
I look at it every single day
Yep.
when I'm on the air.
Yep.
And I'm going to show it on camera right now. I
Yeah.
don't know if I've ever showed this on camera. It's
I
right
don't
here in
know.
my hand. But it's right here on my
I've
desk.
seen it many times.
Right in front of me.
Yeah.
And here it is. And this is what I'm going out with this morning. Right there. Look at that.
Yep. Amen.
That's it, man.
That's it.
Nothing could be more important than
Very
that.
true. Peace out, people.
Have a great day, everybody.